What's up, Naples All Stars? This your boy, the Bathroom Bandit, back here for my weekly edition of Bandit's Weekly Predictions. Anyways, enough of that shit. Listen, last week I was 5-6, 5 for 6. I did pretty good, man, and I'm getting good at this shit. So listen very carefully, because if I say you're gonna win, you're probably gonna win. 5 for 6 is like wow. Yeah. So when I speak, you better motherfucking listen. Yeah, just playing. Anyways, let's start off with the first matchup: Carolina Pride versus Bathroom Bandits. Carolina Pride, you had Travis Benjamin playing on Thursday. Johnny Football forgot that he was borderline top 10 wide receiver this year. He only got 3 catches, 22 yards, 5 points. Looking down the lineup, I have Matt Ryan versus Cam Newton. I think that's pretty even. You have Jonathan Stewart, Frank Gore. I got Gurley and Gaskins, the kid from San Fran. I think you have the slight advantage there. Receiving, I have Julio and Marshall versus Rashard Matthews and Dante Moncrief. I like my receivers better, and I definitely like my flex player better, who's Antonio Brown versus your Travis Benjamin, who only gave you 5 points. I think I'll win, improving my record to 6-3. And Carolina Pride, even though you won last week, you're not gonna win this week. Not against me. Sorry, you dropped a 1-8. Next matchup. Excuse me, guys. MOB versus Dom. These guys had a few players playing on Thursday, so they already got a pretty good score going here. Much of them bunch, you had Jeremy Hill, who only gave you 6 points. You also had Marvin Jones, who gave you 14. But the big guy was Tyler Eifert. Tyler Eifert continuing his domination of the tight end position, man. 3 touchdowns. He only had 5 catches, but 3 of them was touchdowns, 28 points. On the other side, Gio Bernard, man, he gave you 9 points, Dom. And the Bengals defense had a solid game, giving you 22 points. As I look at the rest of the lineup, though, I'm looking at his receivers, munching on bunches of receivers. He has Stephon Diggs, T.Y. Hilton. You have Amendola and Landry. I think that's pretty even. You have Witten as a tight end. I don't think he'll be able to match Eifert, so I like Eifert better. And when it comes to quarterback, Andrew Luck is playing Denver, and Denver going to eat his ass alive. And munching on bunching has Tom Breezy, and Tom Breezy is going to destroy the Washington Redskins. I like munching on bunching to continue his perfect season, improving his record to 9-0, and Dom, you drop to 2-7. Next matchup, LLX2 versus White Chocolate. LLX2, you had one player play on Thursday. That was AJ Green, and he shit the bed. I mean, it was some runny ass diarrhea shit. Okay, this dude had 4 catches for 53 yards, man. That was some shit. That was horrible for AJ Green. That's your big guy. That's your heavy hitter. Your running backs, Peterson and Sproles versus Andrews and Ingram, that's even. Edelman and Wallace versus Martavis Bryant, and the shit AJ Green did, 9 points, even. Tight ends, pretty bad tight ends in this game. Ladarius Green versus Kyle Rudolph, even. Flex player, Andre Johnson versus LeGarrette Blount. Is LeGarrette Blount going to get the goal line touchdowns? Is Andre Johnson going to be able to get the ball from Andrew Luck? I think it's even. The only advantage I see here in this game is Aaron Rodgers over Ben Roethlisberger. And because I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a little bounce back. He's going to have a bounce back game versus Carolina. And also, White Chocolate has the Broncos defense, who is the best defense in football, versus the Cowboys. So I like White Chocolate to pull this one out, improving to 6-3. LLX2, you will drop to 4-5. Next matchup, Raw Oak versus Century Legends. Both of you guys have illegal lineups, so I can't really do any kind of serious prediction here, except for my knowledge of Century Legends and what he does not have. And what he does not have is a good team. What he does not have is a chance of winning anything, as long as he thinks that Gronk is going to single-handedly win games for him. You just got beat by a team that didn't win a game all season. and you still have this notion that Gronk is going to carry you to the promised land and win 5 games in a row for you. That's a fantasy. This is fantasy football, but that is something completely different. That's just a fucking fantasy. It's not happening. Roy Oak, you will win. Okay, 6-3 will be your new record. Century Legends, you will drop to 1-8. Have a good life. Next matchup: Team Nice versus En Fuego. This is the game of the week, as far as I'm concerned. These are two very good teams. Two very good teams. Drew Brees, Eli Manning. Based on the battle they had last week, I think that's pretty even. Latavius Murray, Devontae Freeman versus DeMarco Murray and Chris Ivory. I actually think that's even. Odell Beckham, Emmanuel Sanders versus Alshon Jeffrey and Amari Cooper. Whew, that's even. Jordan Reed versus Ben Watson. God damn it, that's even. It's hard to predict this one, man. Flex players: LaShawn McCoy for Team Nice versus Ted Ginn for En Fuego. There it is. That's the difference in this game right there. LaShawn McCoy will crush Ted Ginn. Also, Patriots defense for Team Nice versus the Vikings playing St. Louis. St. Louis, I think, is going to score some points on these guys. I like the Team Nice to win this one, man. Improving his record to 6-3. And Fuego, you will drop to 6-3. Last matchup: the Extractors versus Big Time. The Extractors, I call them the running back hordes. They just pick up every running back they can, man. He won't trade for nobody. He won't do that. He just pick up running backs. His quarterback is Jameis Winston. That's proof of that. Jameis Winston ain't gonna win you no games. Tyrod Taylor has the advantage big time. Lamar Miller, Eddie Lacy versus Langford and Doug Martin. I actually like Extractors running backs in that one, Langford and Martin. As far as receivers go, Demaryius Thomas, Allen Robinson versus Randall Cobb and Malcolm Floyd. Malcolm Floyd is going to take on a big role in this game. He's going to have some big numbers. Randall Cobb's going to have a bounce back game, maybe, if this Norman kid doesn't shadow him the whole time. But Allen Robinson definitely not going to have a good game. He's going to have Darrelle Revis all over his ass the whole game. I actually like big time receivers in this one. As far as tight end goes, Antonio Gates versus Heath Miller. I like Gates. Don't get me wrong, Heath Miller will have a good game against Oakland because they can't defend the tight end. But Gates is just a way better tight end. All in all, man, I think that Big Time will pull this one out, improving his record to 5-4, and the Extractors will lose, dropping them to 2-7. All right, guys, I'm gonna go over my winners one more again. One more again. That means one more time, white people. One more time. The winners are the Bandits. The winners are M.O.B., White Chocolate, Raw Oak, Team Nice, and Big Time. Bandits, M.O.B., White Chocolate, Raw Oak, Team Nice, Big Time. All right, fellas, I will see you motherfuckers on Tuesday. On Tuesday, I will get back at you with the results of my weekly predictions. Listen, I might be 5-3, but I still believe that Bandits run this bitch.